Hi to all. So let's move on to the third part of Module 2 CET 201 Mechanics of Solids. So in this video, we will be dealing with thin cylinder and thin spherical shell problems. So the first question, a cylindrical shell 80 mm internal diameter and 1.2 mm thickness is closed at the ends and is subjected to an internal fluid pressure so that the maximum direct stress in the tube is 120 Newton per mm square. Young's modulus equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Poisson's ratio equal to 0.3. Determine the percentage increase in volume of the tube. So the question is regarding a thin cylinder which is having a diameter of 80 mm and thickness 1.2 mm, which is closed at both the ends and subjected to an internal fluid pressure. So we have to find out the value of the percentage increase in volume of the tube. Okay. So the maximum direct stress which is given in the question as 1.120 Newton per mm square. Okay, so if a maximum direct stress is given in the question, which is the maximum permissible stress or the PD by 2T value. So we can equate PD by 2T equal to 120 Newton per mm square, and from that we can find out the value of pressure of the fluid inside the cylinder. So that where P is the internal, P is the pressure of the fluid and D is the diameter and T is the thickness of the thin cylindrical shell. So you obtain the pressure as 3.6 Newton per mm square. Now you have to find out the increase in volume of the tube. So for that, to find out the value of increase in volume, we are finding delta V by V, which is equal to PD by 2T into 5 by 2 minus 2 mu or 2 by m. That means mu is the Poisson's ratio, which can also be represented as 1 by m. Okay, so that sigma by E into 5 by 2 minus 2 mu will be the value for equation for delta V by V, and that's equal to 120 divided by 2 into 10 raised to 5, where sigma is the direct stress or permissible stress into 5 by 2 minus 2 into mu. So apply the values to this equation and you will obtain the value for delta V divided by V, and that value into 100 will give the percentage increase in volume. Okay. Now the second problem, the diameter of a city water supply, which is a thin walled cylinder, is 750 mm. It has to withstand a static head of 50 meter. Determine the thickness of the pipe if the permissible tensile stress is 20 Newton per mm square. Okay, again in this question also it is given the permissible stress, that is PD by 2T value, and also the diameter of the supply pipe which is given as 750 mm, and we would able to understand that the it is regarding a water supply pipe, that means the fluid is water, and the static head which is given as 50 meter. So how will you find out the pressure of the fluid, that is P is equal to rho into H, where rho is the density of water which is 10 kilonewton per meter cube. So that's equal to 10 into 50, which is 500 kilonewton per meter square is the pressure of the fluid or water. Now converting into Newton per mm square, you will get the value of pressure as 0.5 Newton per mm square. Now we have the value for PD by 2T as 20. We have to find out the value of thickness of the pipe. So from that, T is equal to 0.5 into 750 divided by 2 into 20. So that thickness is equal to 9.375 mm. Okay. So the next question, which is calculate the minimum wall thickness of a thin cylinder 1 meter in diameter if it is to withstand an internal pressure of 200 Newton per centimeter square and the longitudinal and Hope stress not to exceed 3000 Newton per centimeter square and 4000 Newton per centimeter square respectively. So we have to find out the value of minimum wall thickness for a thin cylinder which is having a diameter of 1 meter and which has to withstand an internal pressure P is equal to 200 Newton per mm square, and the value of longitudinal and Hope stress is not given So the value of longitudinal stress, that is PD by 40 equal to 3000 Newton per centimeter square, and PD by 2T, that is hoop stress, is equal to 4000 Newton per centimeter square. Okay, hoop stress, which is also called as circumferential stress. Now we have equation, that is PD by 40 equal to 3000 and PD by 2T equal to 4000. Okay. So take the first one, find out the value of thickness T is equal to 16.67 mm, and take the second equation, again find out the value of thickness, which is 25 mm. Now, so the minimum wall thickness which is required to withstand all these pressures,
copper cylinder 100 centimeter long,
50 centimeter external dia, and wall thickness 5 mm, has its both ends closed by rigid flanges. It is initially full of oil at atmospheric pressure. So it was initially at full of oil, which is in the atmospheric pressure. Calculate the additional volume of oil which must be pumped in order to raise the oil pressure to 4 Newton per mm square above atmospheric pressure. So there is a change in pressure, okay, which is increased to 4 Newton per mm square, and assume E equal to 1 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square, and Poisson's ratio 1 by m, or mu is equal to 0.3, and bulk modulus K equal to 2.5 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. So which is a copper cylinder which is having a length of 100 centimeter and diameter 50 centimeter and thickness 5 mm. So it was initially at a oil which is in the atmospheric pressure. So initial pressure was atmospheric pressure, then the pressure is increases to 4 Newton per mm square. So we have to find out that value of volume change. Okay, so to find out the volumetric strain or volume change, we have to consider the volumetric strain, that is delta V by V. So we have the equation for volumetric strain as PD by 2T E into 5 by 2 minus 2 mu, or 5 by 2 minus 2 divided by m. So that's equal to 4 into 50 into 10, that is divided by 2 into T into E. Okay, so what is P here, which is 4 Newton per mm square. Okay, what is diameter, which is 50 centimeter, that is 50 into 10, that much mm, that into 5 by 2 minus 2 into mu, which is 0.3. So you will get the volumetric strain as 3.8 into 10 raised to minus 3. Now how will you find out change in volume from delta V by V? Change in volume is equal to volumetric strain into original volume, that is 3.8 into 10 raised to minus 3 into pi by 4 d square into length, that is pi by 4 into d square, which is 500 square, into length, which is 100 centimeter, that means 1000 mm. So the change in volume obtained as 746 into 10 raised to 3 mm cube. So this much volume is increased while the pressure increases from atmospheric pressure to 4 Newton per mm square. Okay, so due to the oil pressure, the liquid will shrink in volume. So we have the equation bulk modulus is equal to uniform stress divided by volumetric strain, that is delta V divided by V. From that, delta V by V, which is equal to 4 divided by 2.5 into 10 raised to 3, and that's equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 3. That is delta V divided by V, which is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to 3. Okay, now the change in volume. Change in volume is equal to, how will you find out the change in volume, which is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 3 into area into length. So that's equal to 314.16 into 10 raised to 3 mm cube. So initially which has an volume of 746 into 10 raised to 3. Now we have to add the value of 314.16 into 10 raised to 3. So a total of 1060.16 centimeter cube will be the additional volume of oil which must be pumped into the cylinder. Okay. Now another question. A 2 meter long thin cylindrical shell, both enclosed, internal diameter 90 centimeter and thickness 12 mm, is subjected to an internal pressure 2 Newton per mm square. Find the hoop and longitudinal stress and also the change in diameter and length of shell. Now take E as 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square and Poisson's ratio 0.3. So it is a KTU based question, KTU question paper based question. So it is given that the length of the shell, which is 2000 mm, internal diameter which is 900 mm, thickness which is 12 mm, and internal pressure which is also given as P is equal to 2 Newton per mm square. So how will you find out Hooke's stress, which is PD divided by 2T? That is P, which is a pressure, that is 2, into D, which is the diameter, that divided by 2 into thickness. So you obtained the value as 75 Newton per mm square. Now we have to find out the value of longitudinal stress. So what is the equation? It is PD divided by 40. So longitudinal stress is equal to PD by 40. So 2 into 900 divided by 4 into T, that is 12, thickness, which is equal to 37.5 Newton per mm square. Now you have to find out the change in diameter, that is delta D. So the equation for delta D by D, which is equal to stress divided by E minus mu into longitudinal stress. This one is Hooke's stress or circumferential stress, that is circumferential stress minus mu into longitudinal stress. So that's equal to 1 divided by 2 into 10 raised to 5. Let's take E outside, that into circumferential or Hooke's stress minus 0.3 into longitudinal stress. So you will get the answer as delta D is equal to 0.28 mm. Similarly, delta L divided by L. Okay, so reverse the equation, that is here we have to consider the longitudinal stress divided by E minus mu into Hooke's stress. That is, let's take Young's modulus outside, that into 37.5, which is the longitudinal stress minus mu into Hooke's stress. So you will obtain delta L is equal to this value into L. So you will get delta L equal to 0.15 mm. So you got the values for change in diameter and also for change in length. Now a thin spherical shell which is 1400 mm dia, which is subjected to an internal pressure of 1.8 Newton per mm square. If the permissible stress in the plate material is 140 Newton per mm square and the joint efficiency is 75%, find the minimum thickness. Okay. So in this question, if the permissible stress is given for a thin spherical shell, we have only one equation is there, that is PD divided by 40 is the stress induced. Okay. So if we have to accommodate this efficiency, so the equation can be changed to sigma is equal to PD by 40 into eta, and which is obtained as 140 Newton per mm square. Okay, where P is the internal pressure which is given as 1.8 into D, which is the diameter, which is 1400, and that divided by 40 into eta is the efficiency, which is 0.75. So that's equal to 140. From that, the thickness of the thin spherical shell, which is equal to 6 mm. Okay, so hope you all understood these problems. Okay, thank you all.